The participation in Arizona's community
by our 2 honorees combined
amounts to 90 years.
90 years?
That's almost a century.
Our first honoree,
Dr. Jolivet, is a native Tucsonan who served Tucson students as a teacher, principal, and an administrator for more than 40 years. Her contributions to our community
as a cultural and community advocate span over 60 years.
In a nutshell, she's accomplished a lot.
A lot. And it is now our chance to honor her
for all that she has done.
I've known Dr. Jolivet ever since I came to the Tucson Public Schools in 1954. She became a teacher in an all-white East Side school. Not an easy task in those days, but she stood her ground and created a marvelous future for all of our teachers.
I have an interest in the community and interest in people, and I have a strong interest in young people, children. And so anything that provides service to children, I either contribute to it or work with it or do something so that I can foster that and promote that. I think EEF is a wonderful organization. I was a part of the district when it was formed, and the purpose that it had was assisting teachers and students in the classroom, providing funding for things that they might need. And that's important because not everything that a teacher wants to use or that children should be exposed to is available through the budget that we have from the district. And so you have to have resources that you can go to for other things.
Her greatest contribution to Tucson, I think, is in being the role model for what it is we're trying to achieve in our human relationships. And that we learn not by what we tell each other, but how life is lived out. And that she has done magnificently.
Our next honoree
is a different kind of educator. Bob Oldfather,
CEO
and founder of Bookman's, can teach you how to make business fun
and how to use your business to better the community.
Promoting literacy,
helping animals,
helping the environment,
and fighting censorship.
Make him tick. Ladies and gents,
we would now like to honor Bob Oldfather.
I've known Bob since probably I moved to Tucson in 1975 because he was a legend even then. He was on television and his bookstores were such an important part of Tucson. And I think maybe one of the things I think is his strongest asset among many strong assets is his real understanding of the community. I mean, he's not Bookman's to make money, he's Bookman's to make Tucson a more interesting place.
We have to do things before it makes financial sense, because if we don't, who's going to? That's why we put money into animals, that's why we put money into music education, into literacy, into green things, into making the planet a better place. I would hope that on my deathbed that I can think that the planet is like this little tiny bit better, that our society is a little tiny bit better because I lived. And I'm using the engine of Bookman's myself to try to make this city, this state, a better place. And I encourage you to do the same. We spend money on these things because it's the right thing to do. And that's the bottom line.
He's done so much for this community, and he tells me I've still got more to do. This is my home. I've still got more I want to do for Tucson, and I think everybody is grateful for somebody who has that just innate affection for his hometown and is willing to take action. I mean, Bob's a doer. He's got an idea, he does it. He's always doing things for other people and doing things for the community to make us all have a more interesting lives and live in a more interesting place. And I am hugely grateful for Bob and the example he sets and his leadership in the community for all the wonderful things he does. on a daily basis. Just he wakes up in the morning, does wonderful things, and goes to bed at night.